Community voluntary services, so CVSs, provide advice, support and often training opportunities for organisations and groups within local communities. CVSs might also be known as VSCs, so Voluntary Service Councils, or VCSs, Voluntary Council Services, and they all operate within the VSC sector, which is the voluntary, community and social enterprise sector.
At Bexley VSC, we work with organisations that provide a variety of sports, physical activities for children, young people, adults with disabilities, and also those from the deaf community within Bexley as well.
BVSC can help groups to understand what the best way to set their group up is. Anything from an unincorporated organisation all the way up to a fully registered charity, and what the implications of setting up in different ways might be and which is the best fit for them. We help groups to find out what funding is available, so we compile all of the local opportunities, some of them are national, regional, share those out via email.
Danson's quite unique in that it's so well established in the community. It really is an intergenerational mixture. Working with BVSC, I think the benefit again is just pulling in multi-layer agencies, whether it be the local authority or your local voluntary sector council, services like ours that are kind of down that list, and then you've got the actual community themselves. All of it together is really, really powerful. And I think the biggest benefit is that BVSC have the resources to bring those services and those people to the table together to create something. They have access to those conversations and those connections that otherwise organisations like ourselves may not have access to.
I found BVSC, Josh from BVSC's name, so I contacted Josh to begin with. Then after that, it just started rolling. So BVSC supported me with fundings. One who helped me to start with children with additional needs, helped me to set up the class, they helped me to buy the equipment and advertise it. And they also helped me with expanding because I'm thinking of recruiting volunteers. They're helping you with the sections that you didn't even know you needed.
Any voluntary sector organisation or community group can access our services, mainly around volunteer recruitment. We do have a platform where you can advertise for volunteers to support your organisation. We support with best practice around volunteer management. We offer training to not only volunteers, to organisations. We hold networks and peer support groups, so anybody that manages or coordinates volunteers can come along and talk about, the challenges they're facing.
Another one of the areas within BVSC is called One Bexley, and that is a consortium of 8 charities that came together, and we work in conjunction with adult social care, carrying out some of their statutory assessments. The assessments being done by charities enables us to create a person-centred package of care for them that isn't just reliant on statutory services, it is also connecting them to groups and clubs in their local area.
And then through BVSC, we applied for some funding and we got that, and we bought some equipment, we gave it to them, we booked all the courts, we found a deaf pickleball coach, and then from then they've just carried on and now they just do it themselves. The deaf community, we need access to sport, inclusive sport, because sport, they don't really get involved in the deaf world because its communication is really difficult. We asked BVSC if they can help us to start something through funding, and they helped us to start pickleball. It's really, really popular. I'm involved with the Sports Disability Network, so I sit on the board. Deaf community, they will come to me and say that they want to try something new, then I can go and apply for some funding to set up something new, and that's what happened with pickleball. They don't just help with sport, they help us as a charity with lots of different things. So we're really grateful that we have a VCS like BVSC to help the charity community in this area.
Don't be afraid to ask questions, give as much detail as possible and as much information on the needs that you have. Sometimes there might be support that you can obtain from your local VSC.
Sign up to their mailing lists, that can give you a really good sense of what's out there.
Get in early, ask for help early.
Just do it. There's so much we can support with, and that is what we're here for.
Be open and honest. There's somebody else around the table that's probably having that same problem. But it goes back to the same point of we are much stronger together.
BVSC is like this little piece, but it connects other wider organizations together and makes a whole community bigger and bigger.
The best way to locate your CVS organisation is essentially just to jump on any search engine and put in some really key words. So that might be CVS or VSC and then your local area, and that should come up with whoever the CVS provider is in that area.